crazy looking. All right. Well, maybe I'll turn that off and not have that on. Ugh. I got a flower pot, some clipped on lights for lighting, and it looks like it might not be improving anything. So we're gonna keep it dark. All right. Welcome back, everybody. It is July 3rd. It's almost July 4th. I hope you're having some lovely time off with friends and family. I am clearly at my friend's house. We are chilling. They are out in town looking at some fireworks. I don't know if you can hear, but there are some fireworks kind of going off on the side over here. And that means I'm going to try my best to get through this live a little faster than usual and see if we can wrap up a little earlier so I can get to some fireworks. All right. If you are ready, let's get ready to begin. We're going to go at light speed today. I don't know what that actually means, but I'm going to try to do a little less explaining. Hopefully, we'll have a couple more regulars. The internet is being funky anyway, and I don't know if very many people are going to find the live today, but let's try it out. Let's rush through our stretches in a good, productive way, not rush to make life miserable and hate stretching, but to speed through. And oh, hey, look, say hi to Doggo. This is Lola. She's just showing you half her body, but I can't stop her or make her do anything that she doesn't want to. So let's continue. We're doing hip cars. Hip cars look like this. We're starting by bringing our knee up, opening up to the side, rotating, bring the knee down, rotating some more, bring the knee down some more, bring the leg down and back. All right, that's one high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. That's two high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. That's three. If you are joining in, you're like, Ken is going way too fast. Let me know. I'm going to be a little tiny bit closer to the chat today so I can peek at the messages a little bit more often. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's six, high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. That's seven, high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. That's eight, high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. That's nine, last one, high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. That's 10. We're going to continue on the other side. Take a second, catch your breath, core tight. Let's go, high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. That is one, high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. That's two, high, low, high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. That's three, high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. That's four, high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. That's five, high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. That's six. Remember, these are all about taking your legs, throwing them up, rotating them as much as you can, using your muscles to bring yourself into crazy positions so that you get stronger, you get more mobile, all at the same time. I think that's eight. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's nine, last one, high knee. Open, ankle up, down and back. That's 10. Whew. Take a second, shake out your legs, shake out your limbs, and we're going to go in reverse now. All right, we're going reverse. It's going to look a little bit like this. We're going to bring our leg down and back, flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes, lift the leg up, rotate, bring the knee down, rotate, bring the ankle down, bring the knee forward. All right, I'm going to face you so it's easier for you to mirror me. Let's go. Back, side, knee down, knee up, forward, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's two, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's three, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's four, back, side. Oh, I'm off balance. Ankle, ankle, knee. That's five. If you're also off balance, feel free to grab a wall, hold on to something. You don't have to do this with just your stabilizing muscles. All right, knee, six, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's seven. Keep going. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's eight. Two more. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's nine. Last one. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 10. Whoo! Those are some hip cars in reverse. I just got a notification that the Wi-Fi is a little bit unstable. If you are lagging, let me know in the chat. All right. Whew. Let's continue. We got one last leg that we got to do reverse hip cars in. Let's begin. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's one. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's two. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 3, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 4, excuse me, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 5, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 6, 4 more, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 7, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 8, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 9, last one, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's 10. Whew, those are our first set of warm-up exercises. Take a couple seconds, shake out your limbs, shake out your legs, shake out your hips, do a little wiggle, do a little shake, and we're gonna move on into warm-up exercise 2. We're gonna fold at the hips, bring our belly buttons down into the ground. This is gonna be called the elephant walk. All right, we're gonna bend one knee, we're gonna straighten out the other leg, we're gonna bring our belly buttons down towards the ground. Feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Maybe feel that sensation while you're folding, and we're gonna switch. Switch and switch. One leg is always bent, one leg is always straight. All right, you can widen your legs if you want to. Find a more comfortable angle, more comfortable position for you. And if you're new to this show, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day starting at 9 p.m. And we do this to build a little bit of consistency, to build a little community, to make the suffering we put ourselves through a little bit more fun, a little entertaining, a little less awful, so it's easier to stay consistent with. All right. If you like side splits, if you like hip mobility, if you need a little help practicing consistency, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, and keep coming back. We do this live every single day, and we start about 10 minutes ago. All right. Whew. All right. Now you got the spiel. Let's go a little deeper. Fold your belly button down a little bit more. Fold a little bit more. Feel that stretch in your glutes, in your hamstrings, and switch 5 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. All right, pop into a squat, come back into standing. That is our second warm-up exercise. We're moving on into number 3, some thoracic rotation. It's going to look a little bit like this. We're going to fold at the waist. We're going to bring our belly buttons down into the ground. We're going to bend one knee, straighten out the other leg just like before. But now we're taking the arm from the bent leg side. We're reaching across to the straight leg. We're pushing off that straight leg to help open it up. Look at the hand. Inhale, exhale, reach over your shoulder. Oh, other side. Rotate, look at your hand, inhale, exhale, reach. That is 1 rep. We gotta do both sides for it to count as 1, all right? We're gonna do 5 of these in total. I'll keep talking us through it. Bent leg, straight leg, bent arm, straight leg. Open it up, look at the hand, inhale, exhale, reach. Whew, that's 2. And 2. Keep going. Rotate, look at the hand, inhale, exhale, reach. That's 3. Other side. That's 3. Again. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale. Reach. That's 4. And look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale. Reach. That's 4 again. Last one. Bent leg. Straight leg. Bent arm. Straight leg. Open it up. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale. Reach. That's 5. And other side. That's 5. That's our third warm-up exercise, thoracic rotation. We're going to move on into some Cossack switches. They look a little bit like this. We're going to drop on down, doing a deep squat on one leg, letting the other leg go out to the side like we're doing a side split. All right? What I want you to focus on is trying to get as low as you can while staying balanced. If you're new to this, you might be a little bit higher up. You might look more like this. All right? Wherever it is that you're at, our next step is to move our butts that away. So we want to go from here to over here. All right? If you're a little bit lower to the ground, you might want to put your hands down for a little bit of help. Help walk your butt over to the other side. All right? Once you're here, we're going to come on back, and we're going to count that as 1 rep. We're going to do 10 of these in total. If you realize you don't need to use your hands to help bring yourself across, feel free to skip using your hands. All right? And do them hands-free. If you're ready for more, you don't have to be ready for more, but if you're ready for more, you can sit up a little straighter and keep going. Stick your arms out in front of you to help counterbalance. And I think this puts us at 4-ish. If you're ready for something else, you don't have to do any of these, by the way. You can keep on going. Put your hands down on the floor, across, hands down on the floor. Come on back. That's 5. You know what? Let's do a couple more of these. 6, And 6, if you're starting to feel a little discomfort here in the inside of the knee, stop going so deep. Come up a little bit, come across, and then sink down. All right, up a little bit, across, and down. That up a little bit, that's relative to where you were doing the movement before. All right, if you were here, up a little bit would be like this. If you were all the way down here, up a little bit might be here. All right, from here, I think we're at 7. We got 3 more. If you want, keep going with whatever version you prefer. Otherwise, we're gonna do some squats. I want you to power through off this leg. Boom! Come on into standing. Slowly come on down on the other side. Get ready to do the same on the other side. Boom! That's 8. Keep going. Come on down nice and slow with control. 9. Other side. Come on down nice and slow with control. 9. Last ones. Let's go. Come on down. Power up. Come on down. Power up. And that is 10 Cossack switches, 10 Cossack slides, 10 Cossack squats. However you did those. All right. Those are our warm-up exercises. I'm going to scoot my butt a little closer to the camera because I feel like there's a whole bunch in the chat that I need to take a look at. Oh. Someone wrote, "This is so nice. Thank you. I dislocated my knee." Oh, knee like 2 years ago. I thought you were joking. I didn't realize this was a serious sentence that just continued to the next message. So I feel this will strengthen my stability there. If you have an old injury and you feel like you lack stability in some angles, definitely take it slow. You don't feel like there's a need for you to push to your absolute deepest right away. Sometimes you need a little bit extra time to get some of the baby muscles that have been sleeping for a while, trying to rest, trying to recover, and then you kind of forgot about for like the last 2 years. Those baby muscles need some minor stimulation first. They wake up, get really ready to go, and then you can go a little deeper into the movements. All right, hope that makes sense. Janitor265 on YouTube says, "I currently struggle with bilateral wrist pain and stiffness myself. Hopefully there will be hand stuff in the future." That is not part of the plan. That will not be today, but in the future, that definitely could be. My brother has a whole bunch of weird tendon stuff in his wrist because he is a programmer, so he spends a lot of time on a keyboard, and there's a lot of stuff going on there for the wrist. All right, we're gonna move on. That was our 4th and final warm-up exercise. Hopefully you're sweating a little bit, your muscles are loosened up a little bit, you're moving a little bit better, because we are going to move on into our stretches. If you don't know, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. I don't usually kick my legs up for this part, but we do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the suffering that we put ourselves through a little bit more fun. So it's easier to stay consistent with. All right. So if you like side splits, you like hip mobility, you like consistency, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, and we're going to move on into our first stretch, the hamstring stretch. All right. What I want you to do is go grab something for a little knee padding. All right. I have a yoga mat here because this is not my house and I'm just borrowing other people's things. But all we need is not long yoga mat. It's just a little bit of foam to put underneath our knees to give us a little bit of padding. All right. If you got decorative pillow, you got couch cushion, if you got folded up yoga mat, you got slippers, you got flip flops, anything with a little bit of foam, you'll be ready to begin. All right. From here, I want you to extend one leg out in front, and then I want you to stick this whole entire upper body as straight up as you can. So your head is above your shoulders above your hips above your knees. And from here, we're going to fold forward. We're going to bring our belly buttons down towards our thighs. All right. I want you to exhale and fold. As soon as you get stuck, fold them forward. You're like, oh, that's my hamstrings. Pause, relax, chill. Take a big breath in, inhale. Relax, let your body drape over that leg. Pause for a second, and then we're going to breathe again. Second time, inhale. Relax, that's 2. Whew. Let's go for a third. Inhale. Relax. Let your body drape over that leg. Flop. And now we're going to add some movement. All right. What I want you to do is bring your knees up. You're coming up into like a lunge position. All right. And I want you to really focus on folding your upper body down to that leg like this. If you can not get there, that's okay. Just try your best. If you can, then great. We're going to be doing a lot of these. All right. Stick your hands down on either side of your leg for a little bit of stability if you need it. And from here, I want you to sort of straighten your leg back out. See if you can stay low to the ground, get a little bit deeper of a stretch. All right. We're practicing the skill of folding forward right now. Bring that knee up again. Bring the chest down. Straighten it out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. As you do a couple of these reps, you might notice that you can get a little bit deeper. That's what we want. Once you're done about 5, we're going to get a little deeper into our stretch officially with something a little harder called the inhale, exhale, fold. We're going to take a huge breath into our lungs. We're going to slowly exhale that air. And while we're exhaling, we're going to focus on bringing the belly button down towards the ground. All right? You ready? Leg is extended. We are folding forward. Big breath in. Inhale. Slowly exhale and fold, 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 fold. Belly button down. Woo! Once you're a little bit deeper, we're gonna inhale, relax. Let your body flop over that leg again. Inhale, relax. Sink a little deeper. Pause for a second. Don't hyperventilate. And again, inhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Knee bends. Let's do it. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. If you realize you don't have to bend your knee as much, you can fold your chest down much lower. Go ahead and do that. Try to fold as far forward as you can, and once you're done about 5, we're ready to go a little deeper. Y'all ready? Let's go. Inhale, exhale, fold. Big breath in. Exhale and fold, 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 fold. Woo! That is our final folding thing. Now we're just gonna inhale, relax. Relax. Let your body flop over that leg again. Inhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into the stretch. 3rd time's a charm. Inhale, relax. Sink a little deeper. And last time for this leg. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 2. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 3. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 4. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 5. We're hanging out here for 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28. Keep breathing. 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Relax. Try to sink a little deeper into the stretch. Inhale. Sink a little deeper. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. When I say relax, we're seriously just trying to relax, all right? If you're feeling a whole bunch of tension in your neck, in your upper back, in your mid back, because you're trying to smash your face into your knee, you're working too hard. Well, relax in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our hamstring stretch. If you've never been on this show before, hopefully me forcing you through a whole bunch of rounds of folding forward helped you to realize that with a little bit of warm up, with a little extra movement, with some thoughtful foldy, bendy stuff, you can actually get a lot deeper than you thought. All right. Otherwise, if you're regular, then you know the suffering is worth it. Keep going. Let's go. Other side. Kneel up nice and straight. Extend the leg out in front. Head above the shoulders, shoulder above the hips, hips above the knees, and let's fold. Exhale. As soon as you get stuck, relax. Inhale. Let your body flop over that leg. Let's go. 3 more, or 2 more. Inhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into that stretch. Let your body flop and relax. 3rd time, inhale. Relax. You might notice right away that you're a lot stiffer on one side than the other. That's okay. That's normal. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 1. Knee. Chest, straighten. That's 2. Knee. Chest, straighten. That's 3. Knee. Chest, straighten. That's 4. Knee. Chest, straighten. That's 5. When you're ready, we're going to fold a little bit deeper, right? Inhale, exhale, fold. Let's do it. Big breath in. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Fold, 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 fold. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Woo. When you're a little bit deeper, it's time to inhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Fold, let your body flop over that leg. Again, inhale. Says 2. Whew. 3rd time's the charm. Let's do it. Inhale. Relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. That's 3. Knee up. Chest down. Straighten it out. That's 1. Knee. Chest. Straighten. That's 2. Knee. Chest. Straighten. That's 3. Knee. Chest. Straighten. That's 4. Knee. Chest. Straighten. That's 5. It's time for us to try to go a little bit deeper. All right. When you're ready, inhale, exhale, fold. Big breath in. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Fold, 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 fold. Woo! Inhale, relax. Again, inhale, relax. Third time's a charm. Inhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into that stretch. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 2 knee. Chest, straighten, that's 3 knee. Chest, straighten, that's 4 knee. Chest, straighten, that's 5. We're hanging out for 30 seconds. Let's go 30. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our hamstring stretch. Whew, we are done with those. That was a lot, I'm sure. Okay, that's our first stretch. We're going to move on into stretch number 2. Hopefully, what you took away from stretch number 1 was that if you spend a little bit more time in that stretch, you add a little bit of movement, your body to relax, breathe a ton, you can get a little deeper into your stretch over time. All right. There is going to be a point where you probably max out. Hopefully, that was about where we got to, where you maxed out. And we're ready to move on to something new. We're moving on into our second stretch. It's called the butterfly stretch. Right now, I'm sitting on my foam because the floor is a little bit slippery and I'm a little bit sweaty, so I feel like I'll slide away. If you need something grippy, please sit on something grippier. But otherwise, just try your best, all right? It's not the end of the world if you don't get this perfect. We are sitting with our feet touching each other, pulled all the way into our bodies. Our butts are low back, our shoulders, our head are resting against the wall. In this case, I have this big chunk of wooden furniture, but I want you to be against a wall for that full back support. All right. From here, we're going to try and bring our knees down into the ground to stretch out the muscles here in the groin. The inner thighs is where you'll probably feel it the most. All right. I want you to use your butt muscles. I want you to use your outer thighs. I want you to pull your legs down into a deeper stretch using your own strength, because that way you build some control. All right. And when you're ready, we're going to move on. Take your hands, apply a little bit of pressure to the inside of the knee, and push on down. We're going to hold and hang out for 30 seconds. As you exhale, I want you to see if you can push your legs down a little deeper. All right? 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Keep pushing those legs down. If it's not a sharp, crazy, painful sensation, it's just some discomfort because you're stretching, that's fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, let your hands go. Bring your legs back on up. That is our butterfly stretch. You should be feeling a bunch of tension here in the inner thighs, and I want you to flap your wrists. I want you to flap your legs to bring your legs back up out of that stretch. All right? Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. And we're done with our second stretch. We're going to move on into our third stretch. You don't need anything for this one. You can toss it off to the side, but you might want to grab a little water bottle, maybe a small dumbbell, possibly. You might not need it, but you might want it. All right? We're going to move on into standing pancake. Standing pancake looks a little bit like this. We'll open up our legs, bringing the belly button down towards the ground. Whee! Boom. When you get stuck in this position, you're like, I can't really fold any further. We're ready to begin our standing pancake. If you're a regular, feel free to jump into the seated pancake or some variation that we've covered in the past. But if you're brand new to the show, standing pancake is going to be the best one to start for most people. All right. From the side, that stretch looks a little bit like this. Legs are a little bit wider. Chest is coming down. I want you to let gravity pull you into the ground. Inhale. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into the stretch. All right. When you extend your arms so that your biceps are by your ears, you're going to feel gravity pulling you down even harder. Inhale. Exhale. Relax. Try to sink a little deeper into your stretch. This is how we're getting started in our pancake. If you want to, you can hold something in your arms, a small weight, a small bottle of water. That will add even more pressure trying to fold you forward. All right. If you want to make this harder for yourself, you can also stick your butt back a little bit and you can open up your legs a little bit wider. All right. Those are options to make this a lot more difficult. And as soon as the cat gets out of the way, we're going to begin. When you're ready, 30 seconds. Fold forward, bring the belly button down. Bring the belly button down, belly button down, belly button down. Extend those arms, stick your butt back. 30 seconds. Let's begin. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Put your hands down. That is our stretch. Bring your legs in together. You might need to wiggle your toes, your heels, your toes, your heels, your toes, your heels in towards the center of your body to get back into standing. Walk your hands up. Your legs come back into standing. And that is our standing pancake. All right. We're going to move on. It gets a little chiller for here for a moment, and then we get into some harder stuff right after. All right. For the fourth stretch, we're going to do either the pigeon or the figure four. Last night we did the pigeon, so today I'm going to explain the figure four. Both have the same fundamentals. They look a little like this. We're crossing one leg over. We're bringing that leg up. We're trying to bring this leg in to our chest, and we're trying to bring our chest to that leg to feel the stretch right here in the hip. All right. Let's take it to the floor. If you prefer the pigeon, go ahead and jump into the pigeon. But if you're just following along and you don't know what's happening, we're doing figure four. Lay down. Enjoy the fact that you're laying down for a second. Breathe. And let's get ready to go. Take one leg. We're crossing over to the other side. I want you to make this nice triangle right here in your legs. I want you to stick one arm through the triangle, one arm around the outside. And I want you to grab the knee. All right. From here, I want you to pull your leg in towards your chest. And I want you to take a couple seconds to really pull a little harder. All right. Inhale. Exhale and pull a little bit more. Whew. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale. Pull a little deeper. That's 2. Third time's the charm. Inhale. Exhale. That's 3. Whew. From here, we're ready to begin. 30 seconds. Counting it down. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. Keep on pulling. Don't let that leg relax. Feel that pressure in your hip, in the leg. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Keep going. Pull on that leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our stretch. We're going to move on to the other side. All right. Come on over, cross that leg, boom, triangle. Stick a hand through the triangle, other arm around, grab that knee, pull it in. Inhale, exhale and pull. Pull that leg in. Inhale, exhale and pull. Keep on trying to pull that leg in a little closer to your chest. Inhale, exhale. All right. If you're feeling a little sensitivity in the knee, feeling a little uncomfortable right here, you can cup the knee to pull it in directly. You can stick it into your elbow pit and pull on it like that. And when you're ready, let's begin. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our figure four stretch. Whew. Oh man, we've done the majority of our show. I'm gonna check what time it is. It is 9:30. Wow, we're speeding through today. I don't know how this has happened, but we're going really fast. We're doing our fifth and final stretch. We're doing some side splits now. All right. If you've never done them before, don't worry. We are going to break them down into little pieces. But if you have been here before, you know the drill. We're going to crush some side splits right now. First thing I want you to do is go grab a block, grab a stool, grab a chair, grab something to put your weight into. Okay? Because when we do the side splits, we're eventually going to get into a position that looks a little like this. All right? So, if you're ready and you have your thing, wherever it happens to be, stool, chair, coffee table, ottoman, I can't think of anything else. We're going to be ready to begin. I want you to put your butt up against the wall. I want you to take half a step forward. I want you to open up your legs decently wide, nothing crazy. And I want you to fold forward, put your hands on your support. All right? We're in the position that I was talking about pretty much immediately. All right? From here, we're going to rotate the legs because your thigh bone has this lumpy part right here that if you open up your legs wide enough, that lumpy part will smash into your hips. That's going to be very uncomfortable. We don't want that. So to get that to not smash into your hips, we can just rotate the lumpy part so it's behind you. It's kind of facing your butt. The way we do that looks like this. Boom. Our heels are down, our toes are up, our knees are pointing up. All right. And we're going to do that on both sides. Boom. Heels are down, toes are up, knees are pointing up. So what I want you to be doing right now is have your heels down, your toes up, your knees up, your hands on your hand support, and your butt against the wall. Find a comfortable spot where you feel like you're in control, where you don't feel like you're about to slip, where you don't feel like you're about to fall, where you feel like you can stay there for a while. All right. Once you found that spot, we're going to breathe. We're going to try our best to chill. We're going to try and sink a little bit into it. I've been doing this for a long time. All right. So yours does not have to look like mine. You could be much higher off the ground and finding your comfortable spot in a very different looking position than me. All right. From here, once you've found your comfortable position, I want you to breathe. I want you to try your best to relax. I want you to sink into your stretch. Inhale, hold, relax, exhale. See if you can drop a tiny bit deeper. All right. If you can't, don't worry about it. You don't have to push yourself. We're just trying our best to relax. Inhale, relax. See if you can sink a little deeper. Let's go. Third time. Inhale, relax. See if you can sink a little deeper. If you lose balance, if your foot slips, if you slip, your worst case scenario is your butt's going to drop to the ground, right? Because your butt has been resting against that wall. And so it's just sliding down the wall. And hopefully you don't fall very far. But I just want to demonstrate the reason why we do this combination of things. Because there's a lot of random little details that sometimes can seem a little bit funky. We are resting our butts against the wall. We are supporting our heels. We're taking some weight off of our legs so that you feel comfortable, so that you feel stable. All right? Now, where are we going with this? We've dropped down a couple of times. We've breathed. We've sunken a little bit deeper. If you want, you can try and do a little wiggle. Push your heels out a little to the right, a little to the left, a little to the right, a little to the left. See if you can get just a tiny bit deeper. And if you're done with that, you're like, no, 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 no more. We're ready to hold for 30 seconds. If your heels are down, your toes are pointing up, your knees are pointing up, we're going to hang out here for 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our stretch. If you can, move your hand support out of the way. Crawl forward just a little bit. Give yourself a little bit more room. Bring your legs in underneath you. And that is how we wrap our first side split. We're doing 3 rounds of these, though, so we're not done. I want you to take a step forward. I want you to come back into standing. I want you to shake out your legs. Shake out your ankles. Let them flop. Let them wiggle. Let them relax. And do the same on the other side. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. Relax. And whew. Once you're done, a little bit of shaking, a little bit of flopping, a little bit of wiggling, your legs should feel a little bit more relaxed. That is the goal. When your muscles are flopping all over the place, they can't be tense. If they're not tense, you should be able to use them a little bit more easily. All right? We're going to move on into our hips. All your weight is in one leg. Big toe, the other leg is down. We're gonna bring the knee in out and in and 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 out. Try your best to get pretty deep in your range of motion. Open it real wide that way. Bring the knee in real deep that way. Do a couple of those, and then you can start shaking it out a little faster, relaxing with it, chilling. Other side, knee in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Shake, 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 shake. And one last final round of full body shakety, shakety, shakety wiggles. Hopefully you're relaxed as we're getting on into side split number 2. I want you to put your hands. I want you to put your hand support in front of you. I want you to put your butt against the wall, take half a step forward in front of that wall, and let's drop on deeper into that stretched out position. Hands on your hand support, butt against the wall, legs wherever they are. That feels relatively supported, relatively comfortable. We're rotating the legs so that the heels are down, the toes are up, the knees are pointing up. We're doing that on both sides, heels down, toes up, knees up. And I want you to sink a little bit lower to the ground. If you aren't sinking down, that's okay. Don't worry about it. If you can, go ahead and take that space. All right? Remember, we're looking for a comfortable position where your hands are supporting you, where your feet are doing some of the work, and your butt is resting against the wall. You don't feel like you're slipping. You don't feel like you're toppling. You feel like you are in control because that lets you relax. All right? Inhale. Exhale. See if you can sink a little deeper into your stretch. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can sink a little deeper into your stretch. Third time, inhale. Exhale. See if you can sink a little deeper into your stretch. If you want to, add a little wiggle to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left. If you can't go any further, we're ready for side split number 2. You can stay in this position where the heels are down, the toes are up, the knees are up if you want. If you want to change it up a little bit, we got a second variation. If you walk your hands forward a little bit so that your hands are underneath your shoulders, it looks like you're doing a push-up. Your legs are going to follow you. Your knees and your toes, you're going to point up at like a 45-ish degree angle. When you rotate that way, you're going to feel the stretch more in your inner thighs. That is what we want. 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We're almost done. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, walk your hands forward again. Bring your legs in underneath you. Grunt, groan, make as many sound effects as you need to. Come on out of that stretch. That is stretch number 2. When you've caught your breath, when you're ready, come on back into standing. Shake out your legs. Shake, 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 shake some more. Keep shaking, keep flopping, keep wiggling. Shake, shake, shake. And other side. Shake, 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 shake. The goal of this is to help your muscles relax. If you see your ankle flopping left and right, back and forward, super deep, chances are the muscles that could be holding you back, that could be tense, that could be stopping you from flopping all over the place, they got to be relaxed. All right. So when you've shaken out your legs, you've taken a couple of steps, you've done a little wiggle, done a little hip shake, and you're like, everything is feeling okay. We're going to move on into our hips. All your weight is on one leg, big toe is down. Knee, 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 knee. And other side, knee, 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 knee. In and out. Whew. Shake out your legs. Relax. Oh, did I skip a move? I hope I didn't. But I might have. It's possible. I think I did the pancake. I did the figure 4. I did some side splits. And we did the butterfly. We did the hamstring stretch. So I think I did everything. But somehow I'm going super crazy fast compared to normal. I know I'm trying to go a little bit faster than normal, but it is going a lot faster than normal. And I'm a little confused on what I went super fast about because clearly I must talk way too much normally. All right. We're moving on. Hopefully your legs are loose, your arms are loose, your ankles are floppy, and you're feeling a little bit better because we're going to get into side split number 3. Let's go. Hands on your hand support and butt against the wall. Ready? Take half a step forward. Open up those legs. Fold forward. Put your hands down and open up those legs a little bit. Once you've found your comfortable spot, rotate the legs, heels down, toes up, knees pointing up, and keep on sinking, keep on dropping, keep on chilling, keep on trying your best to relax. All right. You don't have to push yourself if you don't want to. All of this is optional. If you can drop into it, great. If you need a couple of seconds to breathe, to relax, and then you drop a little deeper, awesome. All right? Whatever works for you. Inhale, exhale. See if you can sink a little deeper. Inhale, hold, exhale. See if you can sink a little deeper. That's two. One more. Inhale, exhale. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. Do a little wiggle to the side, 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 and whew. When you're feeling like you're real deep into your stretch, it's time for us to do our third and final side split. You got the option. You can hang out like this, where our toes are pointing up, our knees are pointing up, the head is pointing to the ceiling, and you can hang out here. You can do the second one that we talked about, where we walk our hands forward a little bit, where we look like we're about to do a push-up. Our knees and our toes are pointing forward at 45-degree angle. Pick whichever one you want, and let's get ready to begin. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. Put your hands down, walk your hands forward, bring your legs in underneath you. That is our third and final side split. Congratulations. We've done most of the hard stuff, pretty much all of the painful stuff. It's time to come on out. It's time to chill, flop, relax, shake out our bodies, and get loose. All right? Take a quick step back into standing when you're ready. Oh, if your legs are feeling a little stumbly, you feel like a drunk penguin, that's absolutely okay. We're going to start shaking it out. Start nice and gentle in that ankle. Pick up the intensity as you find it comfortable. You don't have to go super fast, super hard right away. Take your time. Build up some floppiness. Build up some shaky, shaky wiggles. And when that leg is feeling better, let's move on to the other leg. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. Shake, shake, shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. And remember, the goal is to relax those muscles. Whew. Take a couple steps. Do a little dance. Do a little wiggle. Have fun. And if your legs are moving okay, let's move on into your hips. All your weight is in one leg. Big toe is down. Bring the knee in and out. And in and out. And in and out. And in and out, and go a little faster. Shake, 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 shake. Whew. Other side. All your weight is on one leg. Big toe is down. Knee in and out. And 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 in and out. Shake, 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 shake. Whew. Shake out your whole body. Shake out everything. Relax. Flop. Wiggle. And whew. Hopefully that has you feeling a little bit more relaxed. We're going to get ready to wrap up with a couple of joint checks. We're going to do some hip circles, we're going to do some calf raises, and then we'll be all done. All right? And then I'll check the chat in a little bit more detail. I can see some messages over here on YouTube that I probably need to go check out because they look long. All right, let's go. We're going to do some hip circles. Slowly. Pop your hip out that way, or whichever way you want to start, and see if you can get a real deep stretch out of that hip. Whew. Circle around. Oh, and keep going. Take your time with this one. We are not in a rush anymore. All the stuff that could be trimmed from the show seems to probably have been trimmed. And now you just want to feel good so that you can go back to doing whatever else you got to do for the rest of the day. All right? Celebrating with friends, family, taking advantage of the holidays. And whew. Once you've done a couple of rotations one way, swap on over, switch to the other side. And come on back. One more for good measure. Oh, those are some hip circles. When you're ready to move on, you can do a quick high knee. Just make sure your legs are able to bring up your knees. And we're going to move on into our calf raises, all right? Our calf raises are a little special. They're a little crazy looking. And if you've never been on a live before, well, follow along. We're keeping our feet about hips width apart, all right? Not super narrow, not super wide, hips width apart, and we're going to pop into a squat. In this squat, I want you to really lean your upper body forward. And I want you to take your knees. I want you to bring the knees really far forward as well, so that you got this crazy deep Achilles tendon stretch and calf stretch. All right. From here, I want you to almost feel like you're going to tip over. The reason for that is because your toes should know that you're about to tip over. They should grip into the ground. They should be trying real hard to keep you balanced. That's what we want. From here, stick your hands down for a little support if you need it. We're going to do some calf raises. Bring your weight up. Lift those heels as high as you can. Come on back down. Up and down. Remember, we're still trying to stretch out the Achilles tendon, so if you need to take a second to reset to get back into that deep stretched position, do so. And keep going. Do as many as you'd like. The more you do, the more tired you'll probably be. And that's cool with me. Do as many as you want. All right? Once you've done enough, you're ready to call it. We're basically done. Let's recap what we covered. In that position, we worked our toes, we worked the foot, we worked the arch muscles, we worked the ankles, the calves, both in a stretched and contracted position. We worked the quads because they were keeping us upright or in the squatting position. And then we worked our low back a little bit because we're trying to lean real far forward and our low back was holding us up in that position. So chances are, if you're able to do most of that last crazy looking calf raise thing, you're probably ready to go back to doing whatever else you got to do for the rest of the day because your joints are doing pretty good. All right, that is our live for today. This is the fastest one I've done in months. Months. We're 47 minutes deep into the live. I'm impressed. I'm shocked, actually. This is 13 minutes, like 15 minutes faster than yesterday. So I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it in its speedier form because I would love to keep it super tight and compact and get it into a speedier form so it's easier for more people to do and not take up as much of your day. So let me know. Let's see. What else we got? This is not the only thing that I make content about. Most of the time, a lot of the content you'll find is not about side splits at all. It's about getting a little bit of movement, getting a little bit of activity into your life where it fits. If you got 2 minutes waiting for coffee to come out of the machine, you got 2 minutes waiting for your microwave to heat up your lunch. If you got 5, 7, 8 minutes waiting for your pasta to boil and become al dente, you got plenty of time to cook your legs, to cook your body, to cook your triceps, to work those push-ups. You got lots of time. If you could do 2 minutes of any exercise nonstop for that whole entire 2 minute section, 2 minute chunk of time, it'd be an crazy amount of reps, right? If it took you 2 seconds to do one calf rep, one calf raise, excuse me, that'd be 60 calf raises in 2 minutes. All right. So don't sleep on those 2 minutes. They are very useful, and your joints will appreciate you for it because your joints, most of them, only get nutrients, only clear waste when you move and you use the joints. All right. Your joints, like your knees, your hips, your legs, all those things, don't have blood vessels that go right into the joint. There's blood vessels that goes into the muscles. That is how your muscle clears waste. That's how your muscle gets nutrients. That's how it recovers. And they recover real fast because they get a lot of blood flow. Your joints, they don't recover nearly as fast because they don't got blood flow. All right. The only way for them to get nutrients, for them to clear waste, is if you actually move them. There's a liquid inside your joints. It's called synovial fluid. And the only way to move the liquid is if you're moving. All right. So once you've babied your injured whatever, you gotta get back to movement so that you can flush out all the gunk and get it back into a healthy, happy joint. Cool? All right. I think I gotta sit down and take a look at the chat and see if there's anything I got to urgently respond to. We're gonna take a quick look over at YouTube first because I saw a whole bunch of these come in when we first began. Queen R says hello. Furman says hi. Queen R says happy Friday. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Janitor says how often do you or asks how often do you do this? I do this every single day, Monday through Sunday. Tomorrow's the 4th. I'm currently celebrating with friends, and I am not 100% sure what tomorrow evening is going to look like, but for the most part, I've been doing these rain or shine event or not event at 9 o'clock, so I think I'll be here tomorrow night. Unless I find myself in a place where cell phone service is absolutely awful and I can't stream, in which case then I might have to cancel. But that will only happen if I somehow get trapped at like a beach or something and stuck in like 6 hours of traffic. So we'll see how that goes. I anticipate having a live tomorrow. Janitor, I hope that answers your question. Salma was the one who talked about the knee stability earlier. And Jenner says, I currently struggle with bilateral wrist pain. We can do wrist stuff. Salma says, yeah, my bad. I accidentally hit send before I finished typing. But yeah, that makes sense. Thank you for the advice. Cool. Awesome. Great job. All right. Let's see. Let's take a quick look at TikTok. Laura says, thank you so much. You're very welcome, Laura. Travel with Darcy says, I agree. Did you skip a move? I don't think I skipped a move, but I did go very fast. Book says, yeah, I know, it's so fast, at least 15 minutes faster than usual. I think I just didn't explain things nearly as much as I usually do. I jumped right through the hip cars. Like I did a really fast explanation once and I rolled through it. Then for the hamstring stretch, I felt like I went really fast, but I think that was probably still the slowest chunk of the whole thing. Usually I talk a lot more about setting up for the side split than I did today. And then what else do we not do very much of? Pancake. Sometimes I explain like, oh, these muscles in the pancake. I did a little bit less of that as well. And I cut down a little bit on the pigeon and the figure four stuff. What else? I think I sped up the butterfly stretch. Usually it takes some more time talking about contracting the muscles. If you just move in the right direction, it's all good. Yeah. So I think that is where some of the time went, but 15 minutes still feels crazy fast. So some of it must be that I just counted faster than usual, right? Like it must have been what it was. I was just counting much closer to 30 seconds compared to our normal counts, which are probably closer to like 45 seconds to a minute. Um, True Blue says, Charette, I hope you feel better. Oh no, what's going on? True Blue says, good evening. I'm taking a look. Joe says, I would fart so loud if I did this. Um, when I'm talking really loud all the time, nonstop, you wouldn't even. I don't know, actually know if this is true. I don't really listen or watch back any of the lives because I already spend like an hour and a half every day doing them. I don't have another hour to rewatch them. But I'm talking the whole time. I don't know if you can hear a fart over the sound of me talking. I'm just saying. So, if you're at home and nobody's there to judge you, feel free to just start talking really loud to cover up the sounds of fart. Trouble with Darcy says, hope you feel better. Let's take a look. What is that? Shreth says, sick today, just stopping by to support. Have a good stream. Thanks, Ken. Thanks, Shreth. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for showing the support. Thank you for keeping the vibes in the chat so good. Because clearly, a bunch of people wished you would feel better. You're not actually here right now, I don't think, but I appreciate you anyway. Shreth says, hey, Ken. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. I'm going to scroll up real fast and see if there's anything else to cover in the chat. I think the numbers dropped pretty fast today. We had like 100 plus people real early in the very beginning because TikTok sends a whole bunch of people into live. But I think most people have dropped off. So I was conscious to go a little extra fast because I assume everybody who's here, who's stuck on, has been a regular who's been here for a while. So you don't need all the extra explanations. User 17427 says, even weekends? Yes. If somehow you are still on, we do the live every single day, Monday through Sunday, even on the weekends. We also do lives on Saturday and Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. So right now, this live is a 9 p.m. live. And we got another one in like 10 hours. So feel free to come back. That's not true. In like 11 hours. So feel free to come back for that. It's going to be a little bit more gentle. It's going to be a little bit more like wake up and start your day. I'm probably going to go a little faster than usual because in this town they have a cute little July 4th parade that goes through, and I would love to go catch it. So we're probably only going to do like 30, 40 minutes, but that will be more neck and back and posture related. I also have like this weird thing going on in the back of my neck. I'm not sleeping in my own bed these days because I'm at my friend's house. So I think I've been sleeping a little weird. So hopefully tomorrow will be really good for all of us. All right. If you're ready for some back posture stuff, make sure to come back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, which is 11 hours and 5 minutes from now. All right, that's it from me. I think the chat is pretty much done and through, and there's only a handful of you left. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in, practicing consistency. I really do appreciate your support. I hope you have a wonderful July 4th. If you are in the US and you're celebrating. I hope you have a lot of fun with friends and family, and I hope you are somewhere with a lot of AC because it is hot, 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 hot outside. So drink lots of water. Take care of yourselves. Thank you for being here on the live, hanging out, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Cool. Happy July 4th, and I will see you guys real soon. Closing out. Goodbye. I can't believe we're done in under an hour. This is insane. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.